Namaste. I'm speaking with you right now through this amazing technology because I've already been born and I haven't died yet. And you are listening to me because you're already being born too and still have time to live a life, to do things, to love, and to make meaning. Now, I don't mean to sound strange here, but think about this for a second. We are communicating right now because we both exist in the same realm of living. There was a beginning to this journey, and one day there will be an end, at least for this body. And so many people live their entire lives in this short span of time. Yes, short in the big cosmic picture. We live without ever thinking about the one thing that is absolutely certain: death. People say, why talk about death? It's morbid, it's negative. But you know what? The only thing truly guaranteed in this life is death. Well, they say death and taxes, but taxes can be avoided, at least in a new world, I hope. But death, no one escapes it. So today, we're talking about two sacred moments in the human journey: birth and death. I want to share something that happened just a couple of days ago. Something that genuinely shook me. I received a message from a gentleman. He had been watching my videos and said he felt a strong urge to contact me personally, that he had something important to share with me. He's in his 40s, originally from the same part of India that I'm from, but now living in New Zealand. He told me that he's a psychic, that he can see and communicate with souls who have passed on. And he had this ability since childhood. But further, he advanced it from learning from the Maori people in New Zealand. Now, I've never been too much into psychics, not because I don't believe in that world, but because I try not to let other people plant things in my head. I prefer to experience and confirm things through my own awareness. But he seemed sincere. So we got on a video call, me here in Austin, Texas, and him in New Zealand. He shared his urgent message, which I'll keep private. But what he said next gave me chills. He told me that he could see two energies on my right side, my mother and my mother's mother. He said they're both with you, and they're saying something about fried fish. And at that moment, my jaw dropped, because just a few hours earlier, my wife had asked me what I wanted for dinner. And I said, we haven't had fish in a while, so how about some fried fish? The way Mom used to make back in Kerala. Our dinner was literally marinating while I was on the call with him. And this man, who is never met, sitting across the world, told me my mother's spirit was mentioning fried fish. Now tell me, how do you explain that? To me, it was a reminder, and a powerful one, that the world we see, this physical world, is only a fraction of what truly exists. He went on to describe things from my family history, and even said that my great-great-grandfather showed up and gave me the permission to use his name as a pen name for my future mission, which I'm still thinking about. And I sat there in silence, realizing that life and death are not two separate things. They are two sides of one eternal current, one continuous consciousness. Now let's talk a little bit about what happens before birth and after death. In Vedic philosophy, the soul, the Atman, is not born and does not die. The Bhagavad Gītā says, just as a man discards worn-out clothes and puts on new ones, so does the soul discard a worn-out body and takes on a new one. Bhagavad Gītā. So birth isn't your beginning. It's the start of a new chapter in a very, very long story. And death is not your end. It's a closing of a chapter before another one begins. The soul is eternal, untouched, pure consciousness. In Sanskrit, we call it Sat Chit Ananda. Truth, consciousness, bliss. And this body is just its temporary vehicle, created to learn, to give, to love, to experience karma, and to evolve. The moment of birth is the soul's entry into a new field of experience. It brings with it impressions from past life, desires, lessons, unfinished stories. That's why children are so different from one another. They come in carrying different energies, different samskaras, different karmic blueprint. And the moment of death, that longest minute of your life, is not destruction. It's a transition, a shift of awareness. For the one who departs, that minute stretches. The mind replays every moment, every feeling, every connection. The energy withdraws slowly from the body, through the feet, up to the heart, and out through the crown. I felt that when my father took his last breath. His head rested on my lap. His eyes rolled up, far up to his crown chakra, a sign of life force leaving from the crown. The scriptures say, whatever state of mind you hold in that final moment shapes the next journey of your soul. That's why in India we often hear people chanting Ram Nam Satya Hai as a person departs. It means the name of Ram is truth, because remembrance of the divine in that final minute becomes the bridge to liberation. So no, talking about death isn't morbid. It's awareness. It reminds us that time is precious, that this body is temporary, and that the purpose of life isn't just to exist, but to touch others. What really matters in the end isn't what you built or what you owned. It's how many lives you touched while you were alive. How many people felt seen, loved, comforted, or inspired because you existed. When the body falls and the breath leaves, the only energy that continues with you is the energy of your intention, your kindness, and your consciousness. That's the real wealth. That's a luggage the soul carries into the next realm. So how do we live knowing this? You live gently. You forgive quickly. You speak truthfully. And you love fully. And you touch as many hearts as you can while you still have this breath. Because when your final minute arrives, that longest, stillest minute of your life, you'll realize that nothing you ever lost really mattered. Only love remains. The Veda says the self is never born, nor does it die. It is not slain when the body is slain. Birth is a doorway, death is another doorway, and life is the hallway between them where you get to leave your light. So while you are still here, while your soul still has a body, touch lives, be kind, and live in such a way that when your time comes, your soul smiles and says, I loved well. Namaste.